Welcome to drillingcontractor.org. This is Kelly Ainsworth Robinson at the 2018 IADC Drilling Onshore Conference in Houston. I'm with Sheila Mallory, Deputy State Director of Minerals for the Bureau of Land Management, to hear more about the agency's initiatives and priorities for the near future. Thank you for joining us, Sheila.
Thank you for having me.
Which recent secretarial and executive orders are guiding the BLM's work?
I would say all of them that relate to energy and mineral development, and then also some of them that relate to the National Environmental Policy Act have really guided our direction.
And how are you complying with those orders?
We are complying with those orders by looking at our practices and processes and trying to reduce time limitations that we've had. We are looking for efficiencies in the processes that we have control under. There's a lot of processes like Endangered Species Act, cultural laws that we don't have a lot of control over. So we're limiting language that we have in our NEPA documents. We're hiring more people to comply with the secretarial orders of increasing. I think those are some of the major ways.
What are some of the major priorities and initiatives for the BLM?
In relation to oil and gas, our priorities right now are making sure that we get applications for permit to drill out as quickly as possible. I think you might have heard during my presentation I was talking about that we're trying to meet time frames for APDs within 90% of the time. APDs is a major initiative. Another huge initiative are getting resource management plans out. Resource management plans are plans that tell us where lands are open to leasing and closed to leasing, and we're trying to expedite them. Typically, a resource management plan can take up to 7 years, and so now we're trying to get them out within a year.
You mentioned the APDs. Can you tell us the work you're doing to reduce the backlog and processing time on those?
What we are doing for that is, one, we're hiring a lot more people, and that includes like getting more funding from Washington and also relocating people to other offices. We're looking at remote working on APDs, which sometimes can be challenging because there's a lot of stuff that you have to do on the ground. One pilot thing that we're really trying to work on right now is using drones for on-sites, and we're hoping that we'll have some success with that.
You mentioned BLM is working on replacing and rescinding the waste prevention rule. Can you tell us about that process and what the replacement might look like?
I think that the replacement rule will look a lot like NTL 4A, which is what we had before we had this waste prevention rule. The process will be, we got those about 600,000 comments. We will have to address all of those comments and maybe perhaps modify the rule based on those comments. After we get through that, then we have to publish the final notice of availability. And then I believe 60 days after that, the rule will be public.
Sheila, it sounds like you've got a busy year, so thank you for taking the time to join us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here.
And thank you for joining us on drillingcontractor.org.